Hi everyone, and welcome to the Giving Road episode 4. And today we have a very special guest who is actually celebrating her birthday today. It's the end of the financial year here in Australia. Jacky Turano is the founder of the Jeremiah Project in Windsor in the Hawkesbury of Sydney, Australia. And she is a businesswoman, she's an entrepreneur, she's a mum, she's a wife, and she's a valued member of the community. And today we're going to be looking at her story and what caused her to create the Jeremiah Project and start working with the homeless. I hope that you enjoy this message and that you find a place in your pocket or in your heart to donate towards their amazing project. I will leave the details in the show notes below, and I'd love it if you would subscribe so that you can be updated with every episode that's coming out. They're very interesting conversations, if I do say so myself. I love having these convos with the social entrepreneurs who I get to talk to and hear more about their story. If you can follow and share, that would be amazing as well, to build the community that I'm trying to build through the Giving Road around Australia. So thank you for being a part of it and for having a listen today. Let's dive right in. Hi everyone, I'm here with Jacky Turano at the Jeremiah Project in Windsor, Sydney, and I'm really excited to have her with me, or I'm with you, for this interview today, where we're going to just be exploring what she's been doing in Windsor. Would you like to say hi to Jacky?
Hello everybody.
So we're going to start with our 3 pop questions, and the first one is, where were you born?
I was born in area? I was born in Australia.
Okay.
In Sydney.
Which part?
Westmead Hospital.
Westmead Hospital.
I was in Guildford. I was born in Guildford.
Oh wow. I was just talking about Guildford today. Good area. Parramatta City Council. Let's go. And what is the thing that you like to do to rest?
I'm still working that out. I do like running.
Okay.
And I do speak to God while I'm running. But apparently that's not rest, because I'm still putting my body through stress. But that's what I like to do. Yeah.
Yeah, well, when you're running, you're not working, right?
Yeah.
You are actually resting, because if you know Jacky, she likes to be on her phone. I don't know if you like to be on your phone, but she does work very, very hard doing what she does. And so, yeah, I think resting and running can coexist, especially for you, who has a lot of energy to burn.
Yes.
Yeah. And the third question is, what is something that not many people know about you?
I did 12 years in jail. No, that's a joke. I have a diploma in fashion.
No way.
Yeah.
Wow. Which is why she's such a trendy chick. Look at her.
I used to be a clothing manufacturer. I can sew.
Wow.
I can cut, and I can make patterns and designs.
Look at that. Multi-talented, not just a pretty face.
That's not a lie this time, that's the truth.
Yeah. Jacky likes to suck me in and tell me that. Do you want to tell us a little bit about your story and what brought you to starting the Jeremiah Project?
Jeremiah Project, I often say, started in a season of grief. I was very close to my mum, so my mum was my everything. And I cared for mum, and in 2018 she passed away in January. And a couple of weeks later my father-in-law passed away, and then a month later my nephew passed away. So I was in a season of real grief, and I don't think I was able to process much because of the bang, bang, bang. But I did have a season where I had to step back a lot. I just could not function. And I felt in that season I really wanted to know God, to be honest, I was angry with God. So I had a lot of questions, but I retreated a lot, and I had a little space at the back of my property where I'd sit on a rock and just spend a lot of time getting to know God, getting to know me. And I was running a business. I was doing uniforms at the time, corporate clothing and big men's clothing online. So I had two really successful businesses, climbing the corporate ladder, had really good clientele. And in that season, I felt the Lord put it on my heart. I did have a vision of Jeremiah Project on a food truck. And I just thought that was going to be another business that I would grow and flip, because I did a few businesses like that, where I'd grow a business and then sell it and then start another business. So because of my active energy, my brain's always on, so I'm quite creative in that sense. But I got to know God, and He put it on my heart. And it's, through signs and wonders, through dreams and visions, that's how it came upon me. So it wasn't, I was sitting there and God said, do this, Jacky. No, it was more the one-on-one time and, in the secret place that things were revealed to me. And then there was the desire to come into Windsor and do some care packs. And homelessness was never on my heart, so this was very foreign to me. And I came from Guildford to Kenthurst, and then I felt led to go to Windsor. So that was foreign land. I didn't know Windsor, didn't know the Hawkesbury. I still don't know Windsor, I'm still learning, because this is not where I was, it's not my stomping ground. And yeah, from that, I packed some bags. I challenged God and said, if this is really you, then send me the money for those bags. And yeah, I shared a lot that my mother-in-law gave me an envelope of cash, and so I was able to buy a beanie, a glove, some food, a sleeping bag, like things that I put in this bag. The money was given to me. So, and as a family, we tasted hardship. Because to lose such great, phenomenal people of the family, the father and then my mother, it set us back financially, because we stepped away from work. So we tasted hardship. We tasted it. We saw what it's like to have a big bill, and if you don't pay it, the lights are going to get switched off. But we never, ever went hungry. We didn't have the money, but God always provided. And I'd come home and find a meal at my back table. Wow. And it was a friend that dropped it off, and she had no idea. We didn't share with people that, were struggling, but there was always provision. And then there was a deep desire to do this full-time. So I was running the businesses and doing this on the side, and then I felt hang my hats for the business and do this full-time, and it became a full-time job. I was struggling to do the two, running my business and doing Jeremiah Project, and yeah, it took off from there, to be honest. Once I hung my hat for the business and focused on Jeremiah, it took off from there.
Even in what you shared, and even in your sad place and your place of need and struggle, like your mother-in-law gave you a wad of cash, you could have helped yourself.
Correct.
And looked after your own need. Why did you choose to use that to give away?
I think that was my defining moment of God, because it was a vision that it was something that was put on my heart. And then I tested God, and I said, if it's really you, then send me the money. Wow. And so the money came, and so you can't go across the grain, you can't. I just felt, wow. I wasn't even tempted. Wow. I wasn't even, I can use this to do this. It was like God came through for me. So if you have that moment or that encounter, there's no way, you'll question it. So.
Yeah, that's beautiful. And yeah, I just want to honor you for your obedience, and you didn't just give away bags of beanies and things like that. You actually stopped your own revenue stream of income to step out and help others in a way that you had never done before, and you're continuing to do that. How many years later, and God continues to provide, right? Yeah. And when I met Jacky, she had just opened this bunker. Like, this is now their amazing space that they've created, but it did not look like this. And I saw her post it on social media that they were moving into this space, and then
this is our sitting down, feeding the homeless section. This is gonna be the most phenomenal spot for me, because I'm all about bringing them to our table.
Jacky, her heart, next to none. I'm crying.
So this is where the main meals are, this is where the prepping is, and this is where my heart is. To be honest, if anything, I'd love to sit with them and chat with them, because, you know, they're so lonely. They're a community that is forgotten about, and this is where my heart is to connect with them and to have a place where they can just talk to me. And
then within a couple of weeks I came in, and there was already work being done, and an amazing team of people all came together. How did that all unfold for you? Where did that support come from?
Once we leased this place, we stepped out in faith, because we didn't have enough money in the account to actually lease. We had 1 month's rental, but then we had nothing else. So I had this urgency and this like get this place. So for me, it was definite. You know, when you're walking into somewhere, you know this is God. But then we had a couple on the team who, the husband's a builder, and they've known my vision, because I've just always knocked on doors and had a booklet done, and anyone that joins our team gets this booklet, because I want them to have the same vision and desire as us. So they got the booklet. So when we got the building, he said, you know, I'll organise all the trade. My family are builders and, you know, tradies and blah blah. I could have got them, but it probably would have had to wait. So this guy was ready. He was like, let's do it.
Wow.
So we came in. I remember getting the keys, and that weekend coming in and drawing on the floor what we wanted to do. And then I think I just emailed different people, reached out to my family, locked the doors, the floors, that's family, electrician, just everyone came in. It was fantastic. It was like, some trades we paid for the products, but other trades people didn't charge for their work. So I think once people see vision and hear your heart, they're compelled. There's a compassion. And there's a desire to help us, and it was an army behind us. And you know, within 2 months this place was up and running. And I wanted it quicker, but I think we were blessed with the 2 months. So just people rallied behind us to help us get things done. And it was a lot of networking. Like I don't stop knocking on doors. I don't stop emails. I think what's within me it needs to come out. So I consistently just kept going, and to now I still keep going, because there's a lot of things we still want to do in here, and we're not there yet. And we're probably never going to be there. But when God puts something in my heart, it's amazing how things just come from that seed.
Just celebrated the 1 year birthday, and when I came, you were like, we're going to have a counsellor in here, we're going to have hairdressers over here. What are you doing now, and what do you still want to see happen in this space?
So currently we do have a hairdresser. She comes in once a month, does the ladies' hairs, so she does the colour and cut. We also have a barber who comes in weekly. He comes in every Wednesday mornings. How
many guys come and get their hair cut?
Look, you have weeks where there's about 6. and then you have weeks when there's about 2 or 3.
Okay.
And then there's days when he's like, he can't keep up. But it depends.
Yeah.
Probably with the rain, when they've got nothing to do, they will come in and spend a lot of time in here, so they get everything. They get the works.
Nice.
They'll do their washing, they'll do their haircuts, they'll have a shower. Because they got, you know, they're not going to sit in a wet camp.
Yeah, beautiful.
They'll watch TV. So we've got the barber. We've got Chris from Hawkesbury Legal Services, something along that line. And he comes in once a month, so he'll help them with their legal problems. Then we have our counsellor who comes in fortnightly. Just a beautiful, beautiful soul. We've got our washing facilities where they have showers and they can do their own washing. We've got the feeds that takes place behind us. We've got a drum set that's in the middle of the, you know, as you walk in. A few of them can play the drum, so it's actually really nice just to hear the beat going.
Cool.
And we've got the fresh meals. What else do we have here? We've got, starting this month, with our tax advice lady that's coming in, and she's going to be doing tax returns.
Amazing.
And setting them up for a better future. What we still want to see, we did do job training last year, and a few people, so we had a intense course here, a 5-day course in our training room, and we had about 15 people registered, and they came in, did a job course, and then that organisation finds them a job. Yeah.
Amazing.
So for me, I would like to see that more regularly. That is a financial sort of a financial goal we're aiming for. Would have loved to have one already, but it's not up to me. So timing isn't right, finances isn't right, but I would love to have that going.
And I helped to apply for a grant for that particular project, and so often those grant processes are very competitive. She would sit in the category that I talk about of the 67% who get 1.7% of the revenue that flows into the charity sector, because she sits on the lower end, and we're encouraging people to donate differently this end of financial year and start giving towards your grassroots organisations who are making really effective change in their own community. So how I want to ask you, because often people assume things about how these organisations are run. They assume, oh, you've left your job, you're getting a good pay now, you're able to meet, and you mentioned that you kind of stepped out of your business. How many staff do you have, and what would you say is the kind of human resource need that you have at the moment?
I'm full-time, so I'm here every day. I've also got a part-timer that comes in on a Wednesday, so we've only got 2 paid staff. I'm off my feet. You know, I think if I could employ more people, if we could afford to employ them, I would probably need another 6 people.
Wow.
I'm in everywhere. I'm in everything, and which is normal, because you know it's a new business, and you gotta. I mean, the charity's been going for a while, but because we've got a building now, we're more established. There's a lot of things a business does at the beginning, and you know the boss has to do it all. Sort of thing. And I get that because I've been there as a business owner. But there's a huge sacrifice, because you're not turning off your phone at night. You know, you get a lady that's calling you that's escaping home, and you know he's a DV, and then you got to ring the motel to put him in, or then you got to meet them and give them dinner, or whatever the circumstances is. It's not just always DV. You know, I don't want to use that as a draw card, but you have a young youth we've had young people that's have reached out to us. So my phone is consistently on. I'm trying to learn boundaries. But it's very hard when you facilitate and you run all of that. And you're the point of contact.
It's because you've got 1.5 staff here, you're full-time, working 6 roles. And the difference is, because I think a lot of people go, yeah, in business you expect that.
Yeah.
But in business, you're building a product, you're building a service,
You've
you're
got
building a
something to
market,
sell.
you've got
Yeah.
something to sell. And when you're working for a for-purpose organization, you're not really selling. You're not selling anything. You're not working for profit.
Yeah.
And so we're reliant on donations. We're reliant on the goodness of other people to donate, and people have donated generously here, obviously. But it's that cycle could continue as long as there aren't people donating specifically towards a staff member. Yeah, unfortunately we can't make money off homeless people. We need them to be looked after, and the community needs them to be looked after, and you're doing an amazing job doing that. So I want to commend you for doing that, but I also want to encourage our audience to get behind the Jeremiah Project and think about how you can support. Maybe you can come and volunteer, maybe you can help to create systems so that there is some kind of automation that happens to take relieve some of those tasks from Jacky. But I really appreciate your time and your heart and your investment into this community, which isn't your home. And God says that he brings the lonely into families, and you've created a family space and a home for these beautiful people who are in a season of hardship. So I want to thank you for your sacrifice, and I just want to see if you have any last words for our community that we're building.
I do feel to share, like, I'm not just another charity. Like, I think you can get overwhelmed by so many charities or so many people knocking on doors and, give me money. But I think with our charity, we're heavily involved in fundraising, so we don't just put out a hand. We actually, get involved. For example, the 26-kilometre Hope Run we did 2 weeks ago. Most of us run it because it's not just gimme. And I don't ever want to be just another charity or just another person you donate to. I want you to feel confident that you're donating to someone or something that you're going to see results. And from being here for a year, to see the family environment and the impact we have on people and just the positive change, and they're willing to get back on their feet and they get a home, and then we fit out the home. It's just, it's a very heartwarming blessing. Like, it's not just a charity we're feeding them. We want to see rehabilitation. We want to see them get back into normality, because most of us walk past a homeless person, or most of us will have the stereotype, they're bums, but something's got them there. The pain, that's why we have a counsellor here. The addictions, that's why we have connections with the drug and alcohol program. That's another thing I forgot. So we're not just another charity. And coming to the end of financial year, we're tax deductible donations. We are a registered charity. We are legitimate, and you see results here. So that's my last word.
I will put the link to the Jeremiah Project's donation in the show notes or in the comments, and we would love to invite you to be a part of something much bigger than yourselves. Thank you, Jacky, and your team and the board of the Jeremiah Project, and all the amazing volunteers for the work that you're doing to support the homeless. May this next year be the best year.
Thanks, Michelle.
You want to show us?
All right, action. This is the barber room. Hairdresser room, barber room. So it comes in, does his work. This is our computer corner. So they get to come in, type up, do resumes, jump on whatever they need to jump on. That's our boxing bag. This is the kids' corner. We actually have a family that come in and we let them play.
I love that.
This is our training room. Bit of a mess at the moment, but this is our training room. We'll do the job training or meetings. It's quite fun. This is my room, the best office in the
Wow, look at your nice chair.
best room in the house.
Oh, it smells good too.
This is the counsellor's room. It's her private meetings, but also the tax agent will be in here as well. So, yeah. Do I show you bathrooms?
Yes.
Do I need to show you how they work? This is our stock room. As you
Nice.
can see, the manager has OCD, so things are in order. This is our bathroom. This is where we got all our camping stuff. So
Wow.
once people are homeless, they get their stuff. That's a bathroom. Don't know if you want to go in there, but that's a ladies'
Shower.
shower. Yeah, we built that. What was that? Like, and this is the laundry around here. Laundry. And this is the men's bathroom.
Actually, I've got some washing there.
Okay. And that's the portable ladies' basin. So when she does the collars, the clothing rack. So we fill that up. We've got lots of bags of clothes we go through. They come in, have a shower. Some of their clothes just go straight in the bin, and they get free clothes.
Wow.
That's our food truck.
Yes,
We're
that
just
you
going
had
out
a
to
bit
Blacktown
of.
tomorrow morning. That's our drum set. So that's all ready for the tea. And this is our kitchen. All the action happens.
It's amazing.